What's going on, everybody? Brando free-to-play back on my free-to-play account, and today is another one of those milestone videos, and I have been playing this game for 1,400 days consecutively. I've logged in at least once for the past 3+ years. I'm not exactly sure how many years, month, days 1,400 is. I'm pretty sure somebody will put it down in the comments below. But yeah, I've been playing this game for a pretty long time. And I've been playing this game free to play since day one. I'm not a huge fan of microtransactions. I think that they are very predatory in nature, and myself, I just don't fall for it. I mean, if you guys decide that you guys want to give IGG money, I mean, that's on you. You know, I'm not gonna bash anybody for if they do spend money, but personally, I won't. I don't think that it's worth it. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's just go over the basics of my account. I'm gonna go through pretty much everything in my account. But first, let's go with the stuff that is easily visible to everybody. Currently, I am at 522 million might. I have 239 million kills. So let's go ahead and get down to this breakdown. 4,400 victories, handful of losses, 368. As you guys can see, I have a pretty good win rate. Failed defenses, yes, I have had failed defenses before. It hasn't been that long since I became a rally trap, so I mean, I have gotten attacked before I was a rally trap. Obviously, didn't really lose my leader, get my leader executed. Before I was a rally trap, I played extremely conservative, and I only built enough troops that I could keep safe, right? Let's go ahead and go down here. I have lost 15 million troops throughout my playtime. That is from solo attacks or the occasional rally that I join, but majority are solo attacks. I solo attack a lot, especially during KVK. Depending on how many T3 and T2 troops I have or had, I would go through almost all of them in my KVK attempts. But recently, in the past, I don't know, maybe 5-6 months, ever since we joined the BTA fam, KVKs have been dead because we've been in Dead Kingdoms, obviously, to secure forts for Baron and Emperor for BTA, which, yeah, I get the whole purpose of it, but it's still boring as fuck. So, yeah. As you guys can see here, I have around 6 million might destroyed. Again, I occasionally join rallies, and rallies is the best way to, how can I say this, to pump up those numbers. You can inflate your army, enemy might destroyed, just by sending like 1 or 2 troops to a rally. You'll get the full might destroyed, regardless of how many troops you send. Doesn't really matter. You can really inflate it pretty quickly. But my might destroyed is purely on solo attacks, so that's just me. Let's go through my might breakdown. I have currently 245 million might in troops, 500k in traps, 13 million buildings, 30 million quests. That's a lot. Yes, I know. 203 million research might, 5.7 player might, 20 million hero might, and 2.6 familiars. Alright, now one of the other things that I am pretty happy about is my leaders captured and executed. As a 100% free-to-play player, not 99.9, 100%, right? I have been able to execute quite a bit, right? I am pretty happy with that. and my number was pretty high even before I became a rally trap. I had like 200 to 300 before I became a rally trap. Now I'm able to hold leaders more confidently and execute them whenever I feel like I need to. Right? I'll go ahead and I'll show you guys my altar time in a bit. Another thing that I do like to see is my leader has yet to be executed. Right? My leader has been captured. Obviously, I've hit solo chapter in KVK. I've gotten captured. I've given my leader up a few times to assist in somebody getting rallied. But, you know, overall, my leader has yet to be captured. Coliseum, obviously, I am in rank currently 11,000. It was 19,000. The kingdom that we moved into is super populated. Hopefully it stays that way for a while, right? My best rank is number 44. All right. I've never been able to get past that, especially in active kingdoms. Usually if it's an active kingdom, the highest I'll get to is maybe in the 200s. But yeah, not very successful in Coliseum. If you guys want Coliseum tips, reach out to Coco Free to Play. He is really good in Coliseum with free-to-play heroes only. He's also another free-to-play player that is in CAE. Resources sent, obviously nothing to really write home about. Pretty standard. Before I get into my gear and all that other stuff, let's go ahead and let's talk about familiars. All right, let's start on this side of the map. So currently I do have a couple familiars that are maxed out. You know, Trickstar. I have everything, almost everything maxed out. I need only a little bit more to max this out past halfway. Army talent on it is only at level 4. In all honesty, for myself and my account, since I am a rally trap, I kind of regret wasting the orbs on this familiar because I'm not going to put it on my wall. I'm not going to really use it aside from my solo attacks. And at level 4, it only gives me 28%, which is not all that much. All right. What I currently am using is the minus 40% infantry and cavalry. Right. I have level 8 for the ranged debuff familiar. Right. But I am level 10 on the infantry and cav familiars. So those are the two that I currently have on my wall. So if anybody is planning on rallying me, right now, if you send ranged, it'd be your best bet versus me. Okay? Just saying. Alright? I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying it's your best bet. Alright? I also have this familiar at levels, obviously, I just showed that guy. Goblin, I have him up level 53. Haven't maxed him out yet. And the rest of my familiars, they're waiting. I'm currently waiting to get enough items for my, what's the name of this? Hoarder. To get up to level, to the Grand, it's the highest level. I forget what it's called. The Grand Master, is it? Elder, there you go. Almost at Elder grade. A little bit more, and he will get there pretty soon. And then, the reason I want to get him is for the jewels. The next familiar that I am currently trying to pump up is also going to be Hellrider, because he's going to give me maxed out 15,000 T4 troops. And if you think about it, that is quite a lot of troops every 3 days for free. I will take it. That is resources that I do not need to spend and that I can just get for free. Yes. Any day, please, and thank you. Okay. Now that is pretty much the gist of it. I don't really have much else in my familiars. Currently, my current setup is 1 spire, a whole bunch of springs, 2 gyms. Eventually, once I have enough I guess, familiar medals or whatever they're called to get the familiars that I want maxed out. Then I will start building more gyms so that way I can train them faster. All right, my altar. Currently, I have 34 days on my altar. Obviously, the altar boost is massive. Everybody should have the altar boost. If you're at level, even at level 17, it is a decent stat boost. All right, and all you need to do is execute a leader. So, why not? All right. Treasure Trove. Currently, I am able to get a payout of 86,000 gems, and I only have to invest 42,000. So I get a decent payout every 30 days from my Treasure Trove, which is really, really nice. Currently, I am holding one leader. I was out leader hunting earlier today, and I was only able to find one. It happens, I'll try again tomorrow. As you can see, all of my buildings are level 25. All of the special buildings, no surprise there. Let me go ahead and talk to you guys about my battalions and what heroes I use. So my Cavalry Battalion, pretty self-explanatory. I have my Bombing Goblin as my leader. So obviously he is going to be utilized in each of my main 3 attack battalions. Now in my battalions, I send spear marches, single troop type marches. All right, obviously with some troops for troop manipulation. 4 range, 4 infantry, the rest cav. I send a 40% tier. A 40-60 split, right? 60% of my troops are going to be tier 4, 40% are going to be tier 3. The 40% that die off are going to be my tier 3. The 60%, if I get capped, are going to be wounded, which is going to be my tier 4. This way, whenever I attack, I never lose troops. At least I never lose tier 4 troops, which are very expensive to rebuild. They are also expensive to heal, but definitely not as expensive to rebuild. All right, so my lineup for my hero lineup is Child of Light, Rose Knight, Bombing Goblin, Black Crow, and Death Knight. Now that is pretty good. That is my recommendation for a cavalry march with free-to-play heroes. Ranged, pretty much same setup, except the heroes are a little different. Obviously, they're ranged heroes. All right. And nothing super special to talk about. The heroes I use are Death Archer, Snow Queen, Bombing Goblin, Tracker, and Black Crow. And last but not least, my infantry lineup, same distribution of troops. The heroes are Demon Slayer, Oathkeeper, what's this guy's name? This guy. Oh, what's his name? I forget his name. Bombing Goblin, Sea Squire, and Wesley. Soul Forger, there he is. That's his name. I knew I had it. I had it at the tip of my tongue. But it's Soul Forger. There you go. So those are my 3 attack battalions, just in case any of you guys had any questions about how I attack. Obviously, I do change the phalanx or the wedge on depending on what I'm attacking with, right? For instance, if I am attacking with Cav, I will probably attack in a ranged wedge. If I am attacking in a ranged formation, I will most likely attack in a cavalry wedge, like if I'm sending full range, Cav wedge. If I am attacking full ranged, or full infantry, I should say, I most likely send cavalry phalanx. That's just me. Either cavalry or a ranged wedge. One of the two. I kind of mix and match depending on what I feel like doing. All right. Let's go ahead and let's go further down this way. Let's just get the research over with. So, maxed out economy, maxed out military, obviously, maxed out monster hunting tree. Okay. Defense, I did go a little bit into it. Obviously in the beginning, I was trying to just push up my might to kind of stay in line with the requirements of the guild at the time. Obviously, I no longer need to do that, so I stopped working on it. Upgrade defenses, same deal. Right. Upgrade military, everything is maxed out to here, right? Obviously, I do not have innate talent maxed out. I do not have central command maxed out. I could have another battalion, but that's a lot of might and a lot of research time that I really don't find useful at this point in time. So I'm not going to research it. The one research, or I should say the three researches that I think are useful for me, since I know how expensive building troops are, especially T4, I might consider maxing out the subsidies, but that will probably only happen once I'm planning on doing another tier 4 push, which I don't have the speed ups or the resources to go ahead and do that just yet. So I'm going to be holding off on that. Army leadership. I think I only got here enough to max deposit 1, and I think enough to unlock my wedges. I did do a little bit of the army offense and army help. Obviously nothing, super duper impressive with that yet. Okay. Military command, I think I came all the way down to max out the max deposit as well. And I think I haven't done anything further than that. Familiars, went ahead and obviously I have tier 4 familiars unlocked. I haven't really done any of the other researches past that because, let's face it, doing this, that's a heck of a lot of time for not that much of a cost reduction. So I didn't really see it out, the cost outweigh the benefit, at least right now. Familiar battle. Now, yes, I have maxed out the 3 attack stats, right? Yes, you do need to use some tomes. Obviously, you can get tomes from events, from the cargo ship, Guildfest. You can get tomes from a couple different places. Not necessarily consistently, but you can get tomes free to play. And this is where I decided to use it. Okay. Currently working on unlocking my 3rd familiar slot. That way I can begin to use my ranged debuff familiar on my wall. Okay. Sigils, I've got absolutely nothing in sigils. Wonder battles. Why am I even going to worry about wonder battles? I'm not a wonder rally lead, and I never will be. So that is a research tree that I will probably never focus on. Alright. Let's get into my cabinet. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at what gear I currently have. Alright, as you guys can see, I have a blue Bumble helm with 2 gold jewels. Really, really nice. I also have a blue saber helm and a blue wormbrum cornet. I also have a gray monster hunting helm. And some familiar gear. I still have my old free-to-play set, my gathering stuff, things that I just need to keep around for different things, right? Whether they're going to be fake gear in case someone try to fake somebody out. Obviously, if they watch my video, they're going to know my real gear, so it's not really going to benefit me, right? But yeah, I do have a firewall chestplate, really, really nice. Purple Dragon's Talon. Purple Frostwing Sword, really, really nice. I have a Mythic Lunar Scimitar. Now, the reason why I use the Mythic Lunar Scimitar, 16.1% Army HP. Please tell me another free-to-play item that'll give me that much Army HP for such a tiny cost. There is none, okay? So that's why I still use it. Army HP is super, super valuable for any trap. So that's why I prioritize that over the Eternal Codex, which, in all honesty, has better attack stats, but the Army HP is just too good to give up. Alright. I do also have the Dark Aegis at purple, which gives me army attack. But at this point in time, it's only 6%. I'm not ready to give up my 16% army HP for 6% attack. Alright? That's just where I'm at the present time. Alright? Currently, I do have 2 blue cups. I have 1 purple burning scroll. I do have a gold fear drum, as well as a gold terror vial and 2 purples. Right, the terror vials, I haven't gotten lucky with the seeds, so yeah, that's what I have. Most of the time, if I'm trying to be an ore hyper for a day and just pump out a lot of ore, I'll pop all of those on, change my talents, and I am producing a buttload of ore per hour. Obviously, I have my monster hunting horns. I have familiar boxes. I have a couple of other free-to-play gear sets items. The aquas, anemones. I have 3 of those. One of them is gold. Haven't gotten it to mythic yet. I have these chokers, mainly for the travel speed for my gathering gear. Alright. I have my 2 old mythic Lost Island relics. I call them old because I no longer use them. My 2 cups replaced my 2 mythic relics. So that is what it is. That is all the gear that I currently have. Alright, cool. Let's get into my castle. Now, for the most part, my castle is standard, right? My troops, I'll show you guys my troop composition. I have about 1 million of each tier 4. Little by little, I'm adding, 7,000 every couple days. Nothing to really write home about. About 200k of each tier 3, and a 5 million of each tier 2. Have a total of 18.6 million troops. Obviously, if I do get rallied, that'll go up by 1 million because I will get reinforcements. But I can take a couple rallies without reinforcements. Obviously, if I do get reinforcements, it just, it helps me out. I'm not gonna lie. I do have a couple million resources in bags. Obviously, nothing really to write home about. And currently, I have 2 manors. Everything else are hospitals, infirmaries. 1 barrack. All ore farms. Pretty self-explanatory. Let's go over my heroes. I have every free-to-play hero gold maxed out. All right. Watcher is blue. Every other of these hero trial or hero challenge heroes I have still at gray. Obviously nothing else. They're all at 0 of 20. I have Boommeister, which is okay, especially because his stat increases are passive, right? Meaning you don't need to have them on your wall or in your march for this army stats to actually apply. So that Dragon Arena event, I will definitely make a video about it, especially about how to excel in it as a free-to-play player. It is very simple for free-to-play players, right? And I'll make a video about that, and I'll also critique it and give my opinions about it. Let's see here. I have 1 Songstress of the Sea medal, which I've had for years. I have 1 Dark Magister medal, which I've had for probably a year. I think the first time they had that bargain store where they had the Dark Magister medal pack, I got some, and I got 1 of these, which is okay. I have 4 Chaos Dragon medals, and yeah. Let's go through my bags. A lot of food, 1 Braveheart, a lot of VIP points. Look at all these VIP point packs. Oh yeah. You guys wonder how I got to VIP 15 so fast? CAE is an active guild. They actively monster hunt. The amount of buying packs has died down considerably, right? Like within the first year and a half of the game, when everybody was buying a whole bunch of shit, is when the packs were just flying in. But now that most people have what they want and they only spend when they need to, you know, obviously the packs have died down considerably, so most of the packs or guild gifts that we get are from monster hunting. Okay. 992, or what is it? What, no. Yeah, 92 random relocators, 9 standard relocators, and just a whole bunch of other junk in here. Resources, speed ups, I do have quite a bit of speed ups. Obviously not as much as I used to have before I did my troop push. Definitely, I'm still trying to recoup everything, right? Combat, bunch of shields because I don't really use them anymore. A bunch of anti-scouts. I have a couple 50% army attack boosts. A lot of 20%. Alright, that's pretty much it. And chests, I don't really have much else left in there. Now, one of the things that a lot of people always ask me, what are your stats? Can I see your stats in war gear? So I will show you guys my war gear stats. Alright. Currently, with my current war gear setup, I have 397% infantry attack, 405% ranged attack, 366% cavalry attack. Alright, pretty decent numbers for a free-to-play set. Obviously, there are other people who have better gear. Obviously, I don't really participate all that much in Monster Hunt buses. I don't have a ton of alts to provide me speed ups, right? I don't sell resources to people, and I don't buy resources, right? I know other people do. More power to them. I don't want to do that. I feel that's kind of like playing the system, and it's just too much of a hassle for me. Army attack is 227. Currently, I do not have a level 30 leader, or level 60 leader, I should say. So my army attack could be a little bit higher. Army HP is at 403%, which is really nice because I've seen some mixed gear sets that don't have 400%, and they're pay to play. I'm not saying that, you know, they're bad gear sets. I'm just saying that, you know, I'm pretty happy that I have over 400%. Let me think of if am I missing anything else? I've gone through pretty much everything. Yeah, I still have, you know, the first purchase bonus. You know, I have, let me go all the way down to the very bottom. I still have that first 99-cent big guy pack. So everybody's gonna ask for it. Or at least somebody's gonna ask for it. Where the hell is it? There it is. Winning start, still there. Let's go to the Elite Labyrinth. I cannot do it because I do not have it unlocked. And obviously I cannot gift because I do not have Elite Labyrinth unlocked. So yeah. If you guys have any other questions about my account, my account's an open book. Everybody knows what's in there. Everybody knows what I have. It is no secret. I share it with everybody openly, right? So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if I missed something in my account. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll see you guys in my 1500 days later video. Bye.